All right, recording is started, and this is the March 8th, 2022 Rook Community Meeting. We will go ahead and jump into upcoming patch releases and the upcoming 1.9 minor release as well. So we have not done a patch release for a little bit because there hasn't been anything burning or pressing, and I don't think we have one particularly scheduled right now anyways. We'll take a look at the project board, but I don't think there's necessarily anything big or driving a patch release here for 1.7.
Nope, it's empty. No more plans.
Cool. So then we can move on to something that does have a patch release coming up, the 1.8.7 on 2 days from now. It's on my roof.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a cat on my roof. Okay.
Nice.
A cat.
Cool.
You can see the cat on your roof?
No, yeah, I'm like out here in like a little greenhouse sort of sunroom sort of thing. So it's glass. So I see like a cat like running across there. I'm like, whose cat are you? All right.
Cool.
All right, Travis, do you want to catch us up here on the upcoming 1.8.7?
Well, 1.8.7 would just be our bi-weekly release. Nothing real urgent. I think maybe one change of note is that the base image for Ceph will be updated in this release, where it hadn't been updated since earlier 16.2.7 Ceph image. But yeah, just refreshing that in the base image to catch up some security patches and whatnot. Otherwise, yeah, we'll just pick up whatever is in by Thursday and go ahead and release. I still need to
go ahead, Travis.
Or yeah, can't think of anything else particularly of note to discuss here. I was going to say I still need to go through the board. Nothing we're holding it for.
Yeah. Okay, so it should go out on Thursday the 10th. Nothing that would be stopping us from those plans, pretty much.
Correct. Yep.
Awesome.
And yeah, there's a few issues there in the to-do column that probably it's about time to just move them out to 1.9.
1.9.
Anything around multi-site.
Yeah, none of these have any progress on them so far, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
So I'll double check, but
okay.
I mean, we're still, well, I'd say at this point we're slowing down the backports to focus on features for 1.9. But we're still backporting quite a bit at the same time too. Just if it's a bug fix, we'll still backport it by default, just so the fixes can get out there before 1.9 is released at least.
Okay, well, that sounds good then. And then for 1.9, I was definitely interested in hearing about any of the updates about Quincy, and because I know we've been testing some of the earlier builds within main branch and integration testing there. If there's anything, everything's looking good there. Are we waiting on particular features, or how's all that?
Yeah, so we already have the CI that points to Ceph master and I think Quincy in our daily CI, and that's all working good. We just don't have the official Ceph images published yet for a Quincy build. So right now the CI is just using the daemon base images. And so once the images are out for V17, then we'll go ahead and switch the main CI integration suite with the smoke suite to run against Quincy. And since the daily tests are already running basically against Quincy, it should be a pretty smooth transition there. And as far as features we're waiting for, we need to expose I'm trying to think what we need to expose explicitly. I read through the Quincy pending release notes a few weeks back, and there were, I think, a couple of things I wanted to follow up on, and now I need to put an action item for myself to go make sure we're not forgetting something there. But otherwise, yeah, I think it'll just be pretty smooth with Quincy support.
Awesome, that's good news. Glad nothing came up. Nothing came up in our testing of their upstream or Ceph master and early previews of Quincy. Or all these are in progress, Travis. There's none that are, in review or anything like to identify blocking the release at this point. Too early for that, probably.
I think it's too early to say what's blocking the release, but at the same time, most of them I think are just features that could come after the initial release if we need to. But yeah, they'll probably be. Yeah, I'm hoping those are all be done before the release though. So I think by next meeting we'll already be almost end of March. So we got to determine a date really for release and all that and lockdown.
What information do we, because we have discussed in previous community meetings that Ceph Quincy being officially released and having that release to be included into 1.9 here is something we would wait for. Is there any update on a date for when that is expected to happen, or we don't know that yet?
Yeah, that's what I don't know yet. And maybe it is published.
Okay.
I just haven't looked in the last week or so. So I'll look again. And,
okay.
I'll put that as another action item.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think we've just been waiting for that to kind of decide. And just as a note on the dates, I mean, I have spring break like the third week of March, the 22nd through 29th or something. So we'll probably want to plan on the release just after that, maybe the first week of April, probably realistically, but depending on Quincy dates for sure as well.
Do you want to go ahead and capture that then in this note here? So like targeted for realistically beginning of April.
Yeah.
For this guy here.
I'm going to update this. Yeah, target for first week of April.
Yep. Okay, that's good then. Looks good to me. Okay. So then any other notes on 1.9 and features in progress or anything like Blaine or Alex? Sub's not here.
Nothing from my side.
I don't see an issue tracking the NFS work, Blaine, that you're doing. Maybe it'd be worth adding it to the board.
There's an issue that I thought I added to the board. Let me see. Yeah, there's an NFS services not removed when scaling down NFS cluster issue, which is currently in to do, although I have started work on that today.
It's in the 1.9 board, or
it's in the 1.8 board.
1.8.
Well,
okay.
that one particular one is the 1.8 board. Yeah, it's a little harder, I think, to say, like they're really just, I think, some bug fixes for the 1.8, 1.9 timeline. I've started trying to gather more information about what NFS HA is going to look like in Rook and Kubernetes, but that definitely is going to require some more just kind of investigation. There's not a like, it's possible there's not a lot for us to really do about it other than kind of document things. So some of that is just unclear, and I don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to create an issue for something that's kind of just information collecting still at this point. Although it's certainly something we could put on the roadmap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Okay, then I think that's all the notes for 1.9 then, and can move on to the community topics.
Yep, and then
I think we already talked about the Ceph Quincy stuff pretty much. So anything else to add on that? Travis?
Yeah, I just linked the PR that's still in progress there as far as generating the Quincy images. So we'll be blocked on that one. I haven't seen any movement on that for a few days, so maybe I'll comment on that and ask how it's going, or if there's anything blocking it. They're talking about needing packages and the RC build and all that.
And
But I
so
thought
this will.
What's that?
Oh, I was to say that this PR here is after that's merged and addressed there. That's the first opportunity that we'd have to even have the official images. You're saying?
Right. So that after that's merged, and then I think the build should pick it up and generate the images for us. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Cool. All right then.
For that.
Okay. Then yeah. So then Travis and I were talking about this just right at the beginning of the call before we started it. So it sounds like I was a little bit surprised that you know, the CNCF had some language around not all projects would get accepted for their maintainer track session. But it sounds like we did get the official acceptance notification today. So that will be part of KubeCon EU in Valencia. Oops, let me move this thing off here. Yeah, so that's accepted. Were there any other talks that we know of that did you all hear, you know, at Red Hat, or anything of other talks that were accepted?
I haven't heard yet. I don't know of others submitted either, honestly, though. So yeah, the maintainer track is where our focus will be.
Cool. That sounds good. Anybody planning on going to? I know I had asked that last time, but you know, Red Hat, that there might be a travel freeze still. I'm not sure if you all would be able to be in attendance. Any update on that, or?
No update. I think yeah, it's still just kind of. I mean, there have been updates, or it's starting to loosen, but nothing definitive on going to KubeCon.
Cool. Alex, how about you? Are you planning on being at KubeCon this year?
So far I have not planned it, but I'll probably check if I'm able to go.
Are you
Did
planning on
submit
being
a
there?
talk?
Sorry?
Did you submit a talk at all, Alex?
Nope, not this year.
Cool. Yeah, I'm planning on going. The crossplane maintainer track was accepted, and then I'm trying to get a little team gathering together for some of the folks I work with that are, while I'm here in the EU, and you know that they live here in the EU. It'll be a good time, opportunistic time to get together too. So I'm planning on going to Valencia, and my flight back to the States is from Spain anyway, so I got to go there around that timeline anyway. So whether or not they want me, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Oh, I just checked the website, so it's in May, right?
Yeah, I think it's like May 15 to 20, I believe. Yep, so a little bit over 2 months from now.
Got it. I'll
Yep.
check it out. I hadn't really had it on my radar like for yeah, last few months. So yeah.
That's fair. That is fair. Okay, cool. So let's see here.
Wait, one more question on that topic. I didn't read the email close enough yet. Did it say a deadline for recording those for the virtual talks? I don't remember seeing that date in there. Anybody else notice?
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that either, actually, because I'm planning
You'll be
on
there
being
in person.
Yeah, so I don't have to worry about that deadline this time. But I can find that out for you in 2 seconds because I have it right in front of me. I think the acceptance.
The pre-recorded video file submission due date is Friday, April 22nd.
Yep, you're right. I just found that too, Blaine, and that's what I see on my screen. Yep, so more than a month from now, which I think is more than we had for KubeCon North America last year. So that's nice.
Seems like in the past they've wanted them like 5 or 6 weeks at least in advance of the conference. This is only 3 weeks, so that's nice.
Yeah, and like they had like two or 3 weeks after the acceptance notification that they wanted it turned around to last time, which was pretty tough, I think. So okay, that's good. Yeah, so you got some time to put that together. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Anything else then, folks? Going once. Okay. Cool. Well, good to see everybody. Richard, you hold down San Diego for us over there. You keep it warm while I'm gone.
Well, I'm
And good to
surfing
see
now.
everybody today.
Heading to the beach. See you guys.
Nice, Richard. Sounds good. Take care, everybody.
All
See
right.
y'all.
Thanks, Jared. Bye.
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 Bye.